Hi guys, I just wanted to record a few examples of how to do Lewis dot structures in case you missed it in class. So here are the instructions for drawing a Lewis dot structure. To draw a Lewis dot structure, you need to know how many valence electrons an atom has. In this example, the atom is oxygen and the electrons are represented by the black dots. It's important to remember that the valence electrons are only the electrons on the farthest circle from the nucleus. So you only need to count the electrons that are on this outside circle. For example, oxygen has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 valence electrons. So to draw a Lewis dot structure or Lewis diagram, you put the symbol for oxygen, which is an O, and then you draw 6 dots around it. You can see that most people would put about 2 dots on each side, or 1 or 2 dots on each side. We're gonna do a couple more examples together. So the next one is lithium. If you're doing this assignment, I would like you to number it 1 to 8. And for each number, you're gonna draw 2 Lewis dot structures. So for number 1, the first atom is lithium. I'm gonna write the symbol for lithium on my paper. And then I'm gonna count the number of valence electrons. Lithium has only 1 valence electron. So I draw 1 dot next to lithium. The next atom is sodium. And you'll see why I put these 2 atoms together. If you check the outer shell of sodium, again, you only see 1 valence electron. Okay? So 2 atoms can have different numbers of electrons, but still have the same number of valence electrons. If you look, you can see that sodium has many more electrons than lithium, but they have something in common, which is the number of valence electrons. Let's do 2 more examples. For number 2, we have beryllium. The symbol for beryllium is Be. Count the number of valence electrons. You should see 2. We can draw the 2 electrons together, very common. Or you could draw 1 on each side, or you could draw 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom if you prefer. Try magnesium on your own. Write the symbol for magnesium, and then add the correct number of valence electrons. We'll do 1 more together. Number 3 is boron. The symbol for boron is just the letter B. And boron has 1, 2, 3 valence electrons. Okay. So you can see it doesn't really matter exactly where you put the dots, as long as you don't put more than 2 dots on one side. So try to remember not to put more than 2 dots on one side. The most valence electrons that one of these atoms will have is 8. So if you had 8 electrons, you would still be able to fit 2 on each side. So continue like that until you have done all 8. When you finish 8, you should notice a pattern. And that pattern also relates to a pattern that we see in the periodic table, which we will talk about in class.